Hello and welcome to a follow-up video on my recent video about Friendzone. So my video about the Friendzone is so far the most popular video on my channel, and it's getting lots of comments and views, and I'm very happy about that. And yeah, this topic seems to hit the nerve because all of us have been there in one way or another, or in both. So we all have opinions and experiences about that. I want to thank you guys for getting so engaged into this conversation. It's really great to see that my opinion is interesting or helps you to see things differently, and also to learn from you and your experiences. So thank you for that. And I want to add a few things about friend zone that I think. I was mentioning in the video that friend zone seems to be a very common concept, mostly among heterosexual people, and usually it's the women who friend zone men. But of course, people of all sexualities and genders experience that. And I think I got more comments from heterosexual people, and it's mostly about men wasting their time in the friend zone. So I would like to say what I think about that. So, this question of whether men and women can be friends. And there are lots of people who believe that this is not possible. Again, it's narrowed down to heterosexual people. And I think it is kind of ridiculous. And definitely, if there is some sexual or romantic tension between two people, or if one of the two people is experiencing that, then of course it's gonna be difficult and it's gonna be hard. But if it's a heterosexual woman who, like, she does not necessarily feel attracted to every single man that she meets. And though maybe for men it's a little bit different, I mean, I'm not saying that men are not very picky, but I mean, maybe they are sometimes, some of them, a little bit less picky than some women. But I also don't think that heterosexual men are also by definition attracted to every single woman that they meet. And I believe that also from my experience, also from the times when I only knew that you can be just heterosexual and there is nothing else there. And when I did not feel attracted to guys that were attracted to me. And yes, I have been on the other side of the friend zone too. And that's why I have such strong opinions about that. That I, like, somebody I was attracted to was not feeling the same way about me as well. And they have a free will. And they don't owe it to me to be attracted to me either. But if I like them as a person, I mean, that would be great to be friends too, because I think that if you're attracted to someone's personality, it's not that difficult to realize that, yeah, like, if you are not attracted to me, then it kind of like either takes away the attraction from me as well, because I mean, I think attraction should either be mutual, or if I have some feelings for the person, it still doesn't mean that they owe it to me to have feelings for me. So I can keep this attraction, but know and respect that it's not mutual. And either I want to stay away from this person, either I want to take some distance, or I am able to pull all my emotional intellect together and just, yeah, understand that, yeah, it's not happening, and I still like the person as a person. And then if we, expand this friendship thought further to all the other genders and sexualities, so that does it mean that bisexual people cannot be friends with men and women? That sounds very sad. What about pansexual people? Oh my god, that means that they cannot be friends with anyone, literally. And I don't know if I have to explain that, but pansexual people are the ones who are attracted to people regardless of their gender. So this is ridiculous, right? I mean, obviously. So, I think friend zone is not that scary and it's not that bad. And of course, you can always choose to either stay there or not, whatever fits your needs and beliefs. And I think that when you have sexual tension with a person and you're attracted to them sexually, that is something that can happen instantly. You meet somebody and like, oh my god, I want to I want that. And if it's like, like a one-time thing and you're like, yeah, I just want that, let's do it, then of course, friend zone would be a waste of your time. Of course, you would not want to do that because you did not want to get to know the person and build any kind of relationship with them. But if you feel romantic interest towards somebody, I would say that if it happens instantly and you meet somebody and like, oh my god, I want to be in a relationship with that person, and that person does not instantly feel the same way, I think it's totally fine and totally normal. Because I do believe in the concept of soulmates, and I do believe that there are some people who meet and they instantly have this connection and they stay together and they have a beautiful, beautiful relationship, but it's extremely uncommon. I also believe that some people might have more than one soulmate. And I also believe in polyamory. So, it can be anything. It can be very different and whatever works for you and all the people involved. But if you meet somebody and you instantly want to commit to them and you want them to commit to you without properly getting to know them, to me, I would say that would be strange. Because how would you know that? You don't know the person. They might be very beautiful, they might be very attractive, but you basically project things on them. You do not know them. And staying friends, hanging out for a while together, I feel like this is a good way to see, oh yeah, I actually do like this person and I am really interested in them romantically. Or most likely, no. So I don't think that it has to be so intense and dramatic. And there were also comments about women being very emotional and men basically, while being in friend zone or being friends with them, are getting a relationship without being in one. Um, Technically maybe correct, but this is how we are. We are very emotional, we are very expressive. This is who we are as the species, and I don't think that it makes us bad friends. And I don't think that women can only be friends with other women, especially seeing how much competition and how many women are put against each other. And there is a huge progress there, and we're getting more supportive and less competitive because we are all unique and we are all beautiful and we are all amazing. But there is still some work to be done there. But yeah, if you look at women as over dramatic and somebody who is supposed to pay you back with sex, then clearly you are not ready for friendship, and I'm not sure how your friendships with other men work, to be honest. But also the point of a guy paying for his friend who is a woman, or giving her gifts, or investing in some way, I think that love languages also work for friendship. Why not? If that's your way of expressing your affection towards somebody, affection does not necessarily have to be romantic or sexual. Not necessarily. So if you don't like that, if you do that with the purpose of, getting laid or getting a romantic relationship with the person, then clearly, like, this is a manipulation, and you don't have to do any of that. If you're a man and you're friends with women, if it's uncomfortable for you to be doing these things, don't do these things. If you only see yourself being friends with a woman and only doing these things but you don't like them, don't don't do that. Get out of that friendship or friend zone or whatever it is. Like, I think it's very important to remember that all of us have a free will at all times, and we don't have to be doing something that is not working for us, and it's fine, right? Just like the person you are attracted to does not want to be in relationship with you, you don't have to be in a friend zone with them if you don't want to. But again, it depends on your mindset and how you approach other people and relationships and all of that. And there was another point I wanted to make, and I almost lost it. It is about becoming friends only if we are both sure that there is no attraction between the two of us. If we fall into each other's, I mean, like, friend zone. I think the concept of friend zone only applies when two people are within each other's sexual attraction, gender, whatever. So I think that it's impossible to predict future. We can know that at this point in life we are not attracted to each other, but we like each other as people, and we would like to share experiences and do things together. But the thing is that friendship involves developing emotional intimacy, and sometimes by developing that, we find ourselves attracted to this person. It does happen sometimes, and it cannot necessarily be predicted or controlled. And I think that it's totally fine. And you just have to see how your relationship develops. And it can happen that two friends who did not see that coming find each other in love with each other eventually. And I think it's beautiful, and I think it's probably the, like, a very fertile ground for the strongest kind of relationship, possibly. And sometimes what happens is that somebody does not really know their own sexuality this well, due to different factors. And then they find themselves in love with their best friend or a friend who does not fall, into the gender they are used to being attracted to. That happens too. And that doesn't mean that if you're friends with a person of the gender you're not genuinely attracted to, that you will never actually develop that attraction. So my point here is you cannot predict the future, and there are no guarantees that you will not develop romantic or sexual attraction to somebody who you're friends with. Just as much as in any romantic relationship, there is no guarantee that it will last forever, and it will definitely not stay the same. Like, it's all fluid. You don't know how you will change, how they will change, how the world will change. So I think it's important to see what it is like right now, and probably in close future. It's not impossible to predict it a little bit ahead, but at the same time there are no guarantees, and I think seeing no guarantees as a positive thing is a really great mindset. Because why to limit yourself in your own brain if you can unlimit yourself? Yeah, why to come from limitation if you can choose to come from the point of abundance? And yeah, it does not mean that we will be friends with somebody forever. It does not mean that if we fall in love, we will be in love forever, together forever. But that does not have to prevent you from experiencing great things in the present either. That's what I think. So this is a quick follow-up on my video about Friendzone. And yeah, if there is response to this one, I might actually make a follow-up on a follow-up, because why the fuck not? Feel free to check out my other videos about other kinds of interpersonal relationships, which can also give a better perspective of why I see friend zone this way. And I have videos about friendships, love, romantic relationships, parent pleasing, people pleasing, like different kinds of things. And you might find some points also interesting there. Maybe annoying, maybe stupid, whatever. I mean, my opinions are not necessarily the right ones. They're subject to change. I might have a different opinion eventually. Maybe soon, maybe not soon, maybe never. But if my opinions help you to have a slightly different perspective, or maybe completely different perspective on things, and it helps you to approach yourself and life and other people with more fun, and relieve some unnecessary pressure from it, then I'm happy to do that. So yeah, if something resonates with you, please feel free to interact and engage with this video and with my channel. It really helps to promote my content, and to be honest, it does help with inspiration to share more things as well. So yeah, have a great day, night, date, whatever. Enjoy your relationships with other people, and mostly enjoy your relationship with yourself. And once you have yourself as your best friend, and also you fall in love with yourself, like rejection and some unmet expectations from other people, they don't hurt that much, and it allows you to have much better and much more satisfying experiences with other people, even if they're not exactly what you originally expected them to be. Well, see you in my other videos, and have a great time.